kind of princess style girlfriend here. I mean,
in Taiwan, like more princess
in
style.
Taiwan. I would say that in France, most of the girls are independent, quite independent, and they are not like asking too much for a boyfriend. Like, why in Taiwan, like girls are really like princess acting, like boy have to pay everything, boy have to do everything. Like one day I even like see a girl that his boyfriend was doing his lace. I was like, can't you do it by yourself? Or this kind of thing, you know?
Julia 最近从法国来到台湾了。
Julie，
她在这边当大学的学生。
Tonight we bring you to nightclub.
但是她很快就发现她不喜欢的文化差别。
And like culture differences you have.
Asking too much. Yes. Okay. Sorry.
不过法国美女也有很多喜欢的方面。
This one was like mind blowing. I was totally.
她现在也很努力在学中文。
我学习中文1年。
而且她为什么住在韩国的时候就决定来台湾
When I was in exchange in South Korea.
等等 Julia 会跟我分享一下，我们来一起看。
Sorry， 第一次。大家好，我是志妍，我是法国人。现在我住在台北，因为我是台湾大学的留学生。
When and how did you know about Taiwan?
Basically, the first time I heard about Taiwan was in a history class in French because we have this. But the real time I really get to know Taiwan for real is when I was in exchange in South Korea. I was in an international exchange, and most of the students in my class was actually from Taiwan. We were always all the time together. And after the exchange, I promised them that I will come to Taiwan to see them. And 6 months later, I was like, "Hey, I have vacation. What about me coming to Taiwan?" And they said, "Yeah, come." Actually, it was just a one-week journey. Since my friend was there, they really bring me to all the best places in Taiwan, and they explain me everything. So that's probably why I fall so much in love with Taiwan.
Yeah, that's really nice. Do you remember like what was your first impression about Taiwan?
So I felt it was very surprising, and even if I was used of going to Japan and Korea before, Taiwan have a totally different vibe, which has like more friendly vibe, and everything is cute and very heartwarming, I would say. So I feel it's really great.
You stayed like 1 week here, right? Do you remember like what things did you do here? Like where did you go?
The very first night I just arrived and they say you have 2 hours to get ready and tonight we'll bring you to nightclub.
Nightclub.
Yeah. I was just 18 and I never been to nightclub before, so they were really good experience because it's very friendly, even nightclub. Then what did we do? We do, of course, Jofen. Wonderful. This one was like mind-blowing. I was like, wow, that's like incredible. I think we will visit also Shinshu. We went to Ilan as well, seeing the beach. So many places that I don't even remember the name because it was really like local place. And it was really fantastic because they have the car so they could bring me, can carry me everywhere.
Okay, perfect. Because I know like you have a boyfriend from Taiwan, right? How did you guys meet each other?
Actually, I was in Taiwan a bit more than 3 years ago. As I mentioned, we went to a nightclub the first night I was in Taiwan, and ended up that I met my boyfriend there.
So like first day like in Taiwan, you met him.
Yeah. So in the nightclub, of course, it's loud and we can't really speak, but we exchanged on Instagram. Another day, my friend told me, "Oh, I'm sorry, we can't take you today for a journey." So I remember I had the contact of my future boyfriend at this moment, and I told him, "What are you doing tomorrow? Don't you mind if you make me do a tour of your favorite spot? Like I like visiting with locals, to be honest." And so say, "Yeah, no problem." So we spent a wonderful day in Taipei. Everyone told me the countryside of Taiwan is wonderful. So my boyfriend is actually from Chiayi. So I was like, "Oh, you're back to Chiayi? What if I take the high-speed train on the morning and on the night? If I come to Chiayi, do you make me visit?" He was a bit shocked at the beginning, but he said, "Yeah, of course, no problem." And so at the end, we spent a full day in Chiayi visiting Halishan, hiking Halishan. It was like wonderful.
And it's like all in the first week you came here, right?
Yeah, incredible. But actually, we didn't become couple after that. We spent 1 year always in contact. We were studying together, this kind of thing. And it's only after 1 year that we really found that, we really like each other, so why not get into a couple? So now it's 2 years together.
Oh wow! And then like this time, like you come back like to be with him, right?
Yeah. This time I can live with him.
I want to ask you, like, how do you think like relationships in France and in Taiwan are different?
I think the main difference I have kind of princess style girlfriend here. I mean.
In Taiwan, like more princess
in
style.
Taiwan. I would say that in France, most of the girls are independent, quite independent, and they are not like asking too much for a boyfriend. Like, Why in Taiwan, like girls are really like princess acting, like boy have to pay everything, boy have to do everything. Like one day I even like see a girl that his boyfriend was doing his lace. I was like, can't you do it by yourself? Or this kind of thing, you know? We like when it's balanced and it's not like, oh, you have to pay because I pay last time. It's, I enjoy this moment, so I pay this time and you will pay next time, or this kind of thing.
Okay, and was it like unusual for him or for you, like at the beginning?
At the beginning, for me, I feel like overtreated, you know? Because he really take really good care of me, like always carrying the bag. Even sometimes I have like small bag and he wanted to have me, so like,
oh, that's like good.
No, it's small. I can maybe when it's if in French you have, but although I know, but this kind of little thing. But at the same time, I won't say it's shocked in a negative way. It's more like positive
right?
way. Yeah.
What advice can you give to people who wants to learn English in Taiwan?
For people who want to learn English, I would say the best way is actually using English.
Like practicing, right?
I think a lot of people say, oh, you should watch Netflix in English. I'm like, no, that's not working. What I did for learning English, because this is not my native language, is basically like friend on internet from other countries and just find someone from another country, either English speaking or another country you're interested in, and just interact every day with them, such as asking how was your day, if you have interest in common, so you get some sentence structure idea in your head, and also you make your own sentences. Little by little you improve like this. I think this is the best method.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah, thank you for sharing. Did you learn Chinese language?
我学习中文1年，所以我的中文不很好。
所以你会讲一点点？
一点点。
哇，真蛮厉害的。
但是我的发音不很好。
没有。
I really want to improve my Chinese, and now that I'm in Taiwan, I'm really focusing on the Chinese language. So that's why I take like 8 hours per week of Chinese, and then I work also at home. I find language is very important for communicating and getting more involved in the country. And so I don't want to be just a foreigner that will ask in English like at the 7-Eleven stuff. I really want to get involved in life here, so I always try to speak Chinese. People are quite nice and welcoming with foreigners speaking Chinese, so even if I don't sometimes understand, they show me by sign. I'm like, how, or this kind of thing, so it's really nice.
How about like Chinese name? Like
yeah, I have my Chinese name. Actually, it's my boyfriend now, right?
Oh, your boyfriend.
And we just take like the Juliet from Juliet and Romeo. I think I have it on my student card.
Julie. Oh, Julie. Oh.
My boyfriend chooses. He said it's pretty. There's a deep meaning behind. I'm like, oh great. But now for writing, I'm struggling all the time.
This one is really hard. And then like, is there like any kind of like culture differences you have?
Yeah, definitely. Holiday is, I think, is the biggest difference we have between France and Taiwan. And unfortunately, sometimes we have argument because of this. Because in France, we have a lot of vacation. I think we're the country with the most of vacation, 5 weeks, mandatory for every worker. In Taiwan, it's definitely not the case. So it's often I say, but why don't you just hire the boss to move your day like this, that this, or ask for this? He said, that's not like it's working here in Taiwan. You can't ask that. It's kind of like a working slave, you know. I'm like, no, that's not supposed to be like that. If you finish at 6, you finish at 6. If your boss is still working, you don't care. You go away. You're like, hey, I have my life next to it. While here in Taiwan, the border between personal life and working life is not so well delimited. So line is the biggest example. Like your work and your personal is both on line. Your boss can call me on weekend, can call you whenever. In France, no. We even have a rule like you can sue your company if they cannot arrest you during the weekend because they need you to work. So no. This is I think the biggest difference.
You really understand like how like Taiwanese working culture works. Now I want to ask you about like Taiwanese food, like because like I guess Taiwanese food is really big, right? What is your favorite Taiwanese food so far?
So far, 珍珠奶茶.
Oh, 珍珠奶茶. Oh, okay, this one is good.
And of course, I love bubble tea. But what I like also is like QQ ball. I like QQ ball. Like, I could list a lot because like all Taiwanese food is like so delicious.
What things about Taiwan do you like so far?
I would say just basically the vibe. Like people very nice, very welcoming. The culture, which is huge, very interesting. I just feel you feel comfortable in Taiwan. You have everything you need. You have the sea, you have the mountain. The mountain is very important for me because my region in France is full of mountain. Where I grow is full of mountain. So if I see something flat, I'm like, boring.
What things you don't like about Taiwan?
I don't like queuing.
Queuing? Oh.
Queuing, because I feel like Taiwanese favorite activity is queuing for everything, everywhere. Restaurant, queuing, administration, queuing, and I don't like waiting so much. You know, I'm friends, so we like things going fast. And so sometimes when we have to wait 20 minutes to go inside of the restaurant, I'm like,
no, 20 minutes is okay. Like sometimes
20 minutes for me is a lot. You know?
Oh, okay. Sometimes like 1 hour, 2 hours.
Yeah. Sometimes we wait like almost an hour. I was like, at the end I was really angry facing my boyfriend. I was like, it better be good because I don't waste 1 hour of waiting for that.
Right. Was it like hard for you like to when you go to MRT you have to line up like or like?
No, this is okay because this is more about organization. You know, this is probably why I love Asian culture so much because it's well organized and fit all. So this is great.
Like if you have the chance, like what would you change about Taiwan?
I would say more daring on thing rather than say yes, okay, sorry, or this kind of thing. You see, going more. But this is probably my French to you because in French, we solve the problem. You know, in Taiwan it's a little bit more shy, I think.
So like for working culture, you like really like.
Yeah, I would be like, if you don't like it, you protest.
Okay, cool. So yeah, thank you so much. That's it for today's interview. So now let's say bye bye together. 再见.
再见.
Bye.